Good afternoon. We're looking at Chapter 6C, Median Smoothing. This is question 2. Time series plot describes or shows the maximum daily temperatures over 10 consecutive days. Using the graphical approach, determine the smooth temperature using 3 median smoothing and 5 median smoothing for day 4 and day 8. So, this is one of those weird ones where you can't actually do this one with your calculator. You have to do this one by hand, which is why we like it so much, because you have to use your brains. So, in red here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to day 4, and we're doing 3 median smoothing. So, day 4, we want to include data points on either side of it so that I have 3 data points. So I'm going to take day 3, day 4, and day 5, and what's the median of that? Well, day 4 is at 41, day 3 is at 30, and day 5 is at 23. Well, the median of that is going to be that 30, so that's where that's going to be. All right, so if I go along and I was to do all of this, I can't do day 1. I can't do day 1 because there's nothing before it. Day 2 I can do. Day 2 actually stays the same. Day 3 stays the same. Day 4. And now day 5 also stays the same conveniently. Because if you look at the medians of those, you've got those there. Day 6, you've got the median, you've got that one there and you've got that one there, so that'll stay the same there. Or that'll stay there at the 5. Days 6, 7, 8. That 8 will come across here. Day 8 will be over here. And day 9 will be here. So the smooth median for that graph is going to be slightly different. So in here, for day 4, using 3 median smoothing, well, we've come out and we've got 30. For day 8, using 3 median smoothing, we've got 25. All right. Where that gets a little different is when we start moving to 5 median smoothing. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to erase the red, because otherwise it's just going to confuse and I'm just going to get really messy. And I'm going to go to green, so I can answer these questions in green. Day 4 using 5 median smoothing. Well, I'm going to do all the days anyway, just because it's the easiest thing to do. So, day 1, I can't do a 5 median smooth using that data point or that data point. First day I can use is day 3, because I have 2 on either side of it to get 5 data points. So, using these 5 data points, the median that I've got, that one, that one, that one, that one, and that one, well, the middle one is that one there. All right, you're looking for the data point that is in the middle in terms of this axis here. You've got one down here, you've got one here, one slightly higher than that, and then 2 above that. So on day 3, the smooth temperature should be about there. Day 4, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This data point here is going to stay the same. Day 5. Oh, would you look at that? It's also the same. Day 6. So that's day 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Well, the 8 comes across because that's clearly in the middle. Day 7. That 8 comes across again to make that data point there. day 8, we'll get that data point there. So that's at 25 because 2 above and 2 below, that's the one you want. And then you can't do anything with day 9 because you only have 1 above. So the 5 median smoothed is a lot different. Day 4 for 5 median smooth is 25 still, or it's 25, and day 8 is also 25. All right. The more you smooth it, the more data points you lose. All right, because of the way it works. So you want to make sure that when you are doing a smooth that you really need to, and you're taking into account the required information. You need to read the question. If it asks you to do a median smooth and you do a mean smooth, you will get nothing. And vice versa. Read the question. Don't muck it up. All right? Don't muck it up. All right, so this is the
way to work this out, because that takes a lot of time.
So I did it for all of it just so that you can see the point. But if you were in a hurry and you just needed to do the question that was asked, day 4, cool. 3 means smooth. Well, I need that data point there and that data point there. So I've got 3 data points. The middle data point is that one there, so I'm going to grab that one. It's 30. Okay, now I need to do a 5-day smooth, or 5-day median smooth. Day 1, day 4, 2 on either side of it, so that I have 5 data points. I've got 2 down here, I've got that one there, so it's going to be there instead. And then that's what you do. You simply just grab the number, translate it across. So that one there is the 5 smooth, that's 25. And then the other one is 30. The more you smooth, the more data and variation that you lose. You'll notice that by doing a 5 median smooth, it was almost a flat line with a very tiny little dip in it. Because it takes away all the extreme highs and extreme lows.
So say on the stack you did like 29 instead of like 30. Would you get that wrong? Would you get the question wrong?
So that's a perfectly valid thing there, because yes, you could get it wrong. So for example, if you look at day 1, what's the value of day 1? What was the temperature on day 1?
25.
It's not 25 because day 2 is higher than that, and that is literally on 25.
Right, yeah, true.
Okay? So you would have to say it's pretty close to 25, but not 25. Therefore, it's probably
24.
24. All right? So you kind of need to be precise about these sort of things when you're doing a smooth. You have to make sure that you're grabbing the data and translating it across almost perfectly.
Yeah, okay, thanks.
Okay? Your CAS cannot do smooths. Well, it can't do them for you. Not to my knowledge, anyway.
So, is there any other way to do the median smoothing, or is this the only way?
This is the only way to do it.
All right.
The graphical approach is the only way to do it. Well, it's the quickest way of doing it. Otherwise, because remember, most of the time you're going to be just given a graph and told to smooth it. If you're given actual data sets, then obviously you could do it a little bit differently. But you need to be able to do it from a graph. Generally, if we asking you to do, if we give you a graph, we're generally going to ask you to do a median smooth, because it's easier to do a median smooth from a graph. If we give you the actual number and actual data, then it's easier. It's the easiest way that we can get you to do a mean smooth instead. Because to do a mean smooth and give you a graph would mean you have to take the graph, turn it back into data, and then do a mean smooth on it. Also known colloquially as a jerk move.
So, have you gone through questions from chapter 5?
I have earlier in the session, yes.
Oh, okay.
Alright. Something from 5B, C, and D. Sorry, 2 questions from B, 2 questions from C, 2 questions from D.
And they were all recorded, yeah?
They're all recorded.
Alright, cool.